We're we'll continue in Sefer HaShem from Rav Moshe Ambar, alav shalom. So we continue in Parashat Vayera. Says over here that Hashem told Avraham Avinu, Kach na. We know that Hashem, the last test that Avraham Avinu was tested with, it's machloket. Some say that his wife, the passing of his wife was a test, but the last of the test that many people hold is the test of sacrificing Yitzchak Avinu. And so the language the Torah starts over there in the parasha, Kach na, take for yourself, please. Lashon bakasha, it's the speech of please fulfill the following. Shelo yomru yarishonim lo haya bahem mamash kach piresh Rashi zichrono lebracha. So the purpose of this request from Hashem, the following request to take Abraham to Yitzchak Avinu and sacrifice him, is that he should not that they shouldn't say the first ones. Who is he talking about there? Rashi explains that Avraham Avinu really did not love Hashem. He loved them up to his personal feelings, but when it comes to personal things, the Satan argued that Avraham Avinu doesn't love you. So therefore Hashem told him, please fulfill this following request in order to push away the Satan's statements. ונראה בסייעתא דשמיא שבדורו של אברהם אבינו עליו השלום הייתה רווחת הדעה להקריב בן אדם לשחתו ולשרפו לעבודה זרה. In Avraham Avinu's time there was a big disaster in the world. People thought it was prevalent and it was acceptable thing to kill people and bring them as a sacrifice on behalf of an idol. והדבר זה היה אברהם אבינו עליו השלום מטיף מוסר לכך למתארחים אצלו. Therefore Avraham Avinu was very meticulous. All the guests that used to come to him, to give them musar, pressure them to abandon this kind of behavior. שזה אסור, הן משורad דרך ארץ. Right? He was telling them it's not appropriate, doesn't make sense, even to kill people. והן על פי תורת אמת, and according to Torah for sure it's prohibited. כי העולם נברא בחסד. Hashem created the world with kindness. ולא ייתכן שהשם יצווה על זה. And it's not possible that Hashem is going to command people to kill people for him. It doesn't make sense. If Hashem made the world with mercy and it's all good, why would he want to kill people? ובזה נתייספו הרבה גרים. And people made a lot of sense what Avraham Avinu was saying. And he had hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. As we already said before, that Lot took most of the yeshiva to Sodom V'Amorah. Lot took all the students of Avraham Avinu in the end, most of them, because of the argument of, if you remember that argument that they had, Lot said that the land belongs to us already, and we have all these people, they are our followers, and Avraham Avinu has no children. So Lot took all the students away, all the Gerim of Avraham Avinu. ועל זה השם אהב את אברהם אבינו עליו השלום. So why did Hashem love him? Because he spoke the truth and people were following the truth after him. That the sacrifices of humans was immoral. וקרא לו זרע אברהם אוהבי. So much more Hashem even called him all the offspring of Avraham Avinu, my beloved. על עם ישראל ועל פי תורת ישראל. And the Jewish nation, Israel, after Avraham Avinu, that we are the followers of the behavior. Somebody asks me the other day if Hagar was a Geyoret, right? Hagar was one of the students of Avraham Avinu. She was his wife. She was holy, as we learned before. She saw angels. She was not a simple person. And somebody asks me, I said Hagar and Avraham Avinu were the same Jews. If Avraham Avinu was a Jew, Hagar was as much as a Jew as he was. And so how come her son is not Jewish? Somebody asked me, Ishmael. So I said, you don't understand. Ishmael had a choice to become like Yaakov and his children, but he chose the other route. And even though Ishmael did do tshuva in the end of his days, still his children didn't follow the path of Hashem. So Hashem chose Avraham Avinu and his children, offspring, the same offspring as Bnei Israel. He dativ, because it says over there, as we said yesterday and the day before, that Hashem knew Avraham Avinu is going to be hard and command his children to follow in the steps of Hashem. And now all of a sudden, פתאום, ניסיון אהרון ביקש ממנו, קח נא את בנך. Now all of a sudden, Abraham Avinu was promoting no human sacrifices. What is Hashem doing? He's giving him the last test of out of the 10 tests that Abraham Avinu had to be tested with bringing a sacrifice to Hashem. Who? His son. קח נא בבקשה, take for please, ממך, from yourself, your own son, ועלהו שם לעולה, and bring him up as a עולה, as a burnt offering. אז היה צריך שאברהם אבינו עליו השלום יתווכח על זה. The truth of the matter is, Abraham Avinu should have then and there started arguing with Hashem. However, he didn't argue with Hashem. וישכם אברהם בבוקר בלי שום חשבונות. Even though Abraham Avinu was promoting no sacrifices, here it would have been normal for him to start arguing, but he didn't. What did he do the next morning? He arose very early. He saddled his own donkey. Shirat tzivui Hashem hu hakovea, and he said, I'm not putting my personal behavior or personal feelings aside. Hashem commanded, and I'm doing. וכמו שמצאנו על נדב ואביהו שהיו שקולים כמו אהרון ואביהם, ואם כן, למה נענשו? So we know that also the children of Aaron, the Nadav and Avihu, when they brought extra fire, they were murdered, they were killed for that. But they were as big as Aaron. Ella, so why were they punished? Ella כמו שכתוב, אשר לא ציווה אותם תחת תיבת לא. So we know that Hashem did not command them to bring this fire, but they did it. יש מנגינת תרי טעמי להגיד, so there's the word la, lo, over there, the way that you pronounce it, להגיד שאף על פי שיש עוד טעמים שנענשו, אמנם הטעם הזה בעיקר הוא כקובע אשר לא ציווה אותם. The reason why they were, even though they were great giants in Torah, but they had to be killed because Hashem did not command them and they did something without command. לכן אמר המשורר, אין לי מן הזמן אלא רצונו יתברך. And again, the whole point is to fulfill Hashem's will. We are not in this world to again, if we don't have a clarity from Hashem, we didn't ask a question. We know a person has to ask a question from a Chacham to answer him. And whatever the Chacham says, he has to follow. Right? But in order for Chacham to oversee and overpower us, to fulfill what he wants, it has two conditions. One, either we ask them, or two, it's a Sanhedrin Agdolah. It has to be the Beit Din Agadol, that's Kovea, and we didn't have to ask them, even they could change our minds. So there we know it's from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everything you ask from a Chacham, it's from Hashem, the answer. Therefore you have no choice but to follow what the rabbi answered you. There is no choice. Some people think they have a choice, right? The rabbi is just talking from his own feelings. No. Once you ask, it's Hashem. Once you ask, it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Same thing over here. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tzivah Abraham Avinu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Aaron what to do in the Beit HaMikdash, Mishkan, and the children were not behaving. They did whatever they understood. That is inappropriate. Same to Abraham. Abraham Avinu fulfilled Hashem's will without any doubt, without any pikpuk, without any questioning, and that's what the way the world runs. That especially that HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So either Sanhedrin, the Beit Din Agadol told us what to do. We know that from Hashem. Or very important, how do we know today what is Hashem wanting from us? The best thing is to say, before you ask a rabbi, Hashem, please tell me through this rabbi what you want me to do. And this way, we know exactly when the rabbi responds, it's from Hashem's will, and you have no choice to fulfill it, and you will have a bracha following Talmidei Chachamim. Baruch Adonai Olam, Amen. Amen. B'ezrat Hashem. Tomorrow we'll continue in Parshat Yirat from Sefer Yirat Hashem.